If you are looking to build a new Yu-Gi-Oh deck, but your budget is about $20 to $40, here are some of the best budget decks within this price range. First deck we have on the list is Drron. Drron is a powerful Yu-Gi-Oh deck centered around ritual summoning and disruption. It excels at setting up strong boards and controlling the pace of the duel. The core strategy revolves around using your level 1 monsters to summon their high-level counterparts via ritual summoning. The core decks or core cards in the deck are one, your alpha. This card basically allows you to search your ritual monsters or any ritual monster you play in the deck. There's also Zeta, which allows you to search your ritual spells from the deck. There's also the new support, which I touched on in my last video. So definitely, if you want to know more about this deck, you better check out this video in a link in the description, also the pinned comment right here, and you're gonna learn the true essence or true power of this deck. Now this is basically one of the new cards the deck receive, which allows it now to search one of your Drron monsters. If you control a monster, this can be special summon, and this is a big plus because it plays totally different than the standard Drron effect which the monsters contain. Another card which you definitely want to be key card is the newly released also Dad. Yes, he's back, came back with the cigarettes, came back with the milk. The guy has been missing for 20 years. He's finally back. This card basically has free effect. This is, you want to get this card on the field as soon as possible, and it's quite easy to get this card on the field. And what's great about this, and I glazed this card so much in the last video, it's Nibiru proof. You can get this card on the field before your 5th summon. It negates multiple monsters effect, has a floating effect, and also protects your Drron monsters. These are some of your key cards. Another key card in the deck is your Vanity's Ruler. Yes, since you are utilizing the effect of Ben 10, you can search for fairy monsters, and the fact that you can search for this card, you can summon this card, which basically prevents the opponent from special summoning monsters. Bro, Yu-Gi-Oh! Special summoning monster and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Yu-Gi-Oh! Is what Yu-Gi-Oh! is. So this is one of the key cards in the deck. Another key card in the deck also will be in your extra deck, which will be the Mew Better. This is an extender, a plus, a magic and trap negation. Yes, so basically guys, the deck has trap negation, magic negation, stop the opponent from special summoning, basically, and also negating monster effect. The deck basically does all this for $25. Consistency is off the roof. But if you want to see more, like I said, link in the description, check out more of this deck. Basic playstyle of the deck is basically using your level 1 Drron monsters and summon supports to set up your boards. This often involves you special summoning your Drron monsters, using the effects to search or add cards to your hand to develop your strategy. Once you have the necessary materials, you can perform your ritual summons to bring out your big Drron monsters along with key extra deck monsters that supports your game plan. The next deck on the list would be Plunder Control. The Plunder Control deck is a consistent and versatile archetype that excels at resource management and board control. Its very core resolve around resource generation. Guys, the plunder cards can efficiently generate resources and special summon through the effects and interactions. The deck can establish strong boards with multiple negates and interruptions, making it difficult for the opponent to break through. Plunder monsters can adjust their playstyle based on matchups, making it flexible deck capable of handling various opponents. The key cards in the deck would be Whitebeard, the Plunder Patrol Helm. This card basically one of the cards you want to see in your hand as soon as possible. It's one of the tuners in the deck, and also has the effect that during your opponent's turn, where you can quick effect special summon one of your ships from the extra deck. And we're gonna see the extra deck. The extra deck is a beef. The extra deck is the core of this deck. So this basically allows you to special summon one of your plunder monsters from the deck if it's sent from the hand or the grave or the field. And most of the plunder cards has that effect. If they send from the field or your hand, they tend to have an extra effect, and this guy special summons one of your plunder monsters from the deck, which is quite cool. The fact it's a tuner is great, and also it has the quick effect during your opponent's turn. You can special summon one plunder monster from your extra deck with the attribute of a monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard, and you can equip this to the monster. This is very important because most of the ship or the extra deck monsters, once they have a card equipped to them, they tend to have a quick play effect with some plus. Another starter you want to see is Redbird. basically almost the same effect, but it doesn't special summon one of your plunder monsters from the deck. It actually attaches itself equipped, which is quite important. These are two of the cards you want to see start. Another third starter would be your Bluebird. Basically, this card is an extender that allows you to draw also. So an extender that allows you to draw, yeah, quite the great card. Definitely one of the most important cards is the Plunder Patrol Shipyard, the field card, which is a searcher, and you all know if you can search any of your starters. So basically the searcher that searches a searcher, we all love that in Yu-Gi-Oh, or searcher that searches an extender. Plus this also gives a boost of attack. Grit has a graveyard effect, which I quite love, allows you to return itself to your hand or to the field. But the key cards in the deck lies in the extra deck, bro. All these extra deck cards are quite good. Blackbird, bro. Yu-Gi-Oh, I mean, sorry, One Piece fan. Yeah, we know some of us don't like Blackbird, but in this deck, you don't have a choice. This is your boy. This is the card you want to go to first. This is the card that sets up everything. Gets you draw, gets you interruptions, gets you so much. Another card, extra deck monster. This card is basically the card that allows you to discard one card to target an effect monster your opponent control, banish it. Spot removal for monster effect. This is your guy there, which is your Exceed. We have Jaw, which is one of the cards the community has been asking for so long, because this card basically allows us to put a token on the opponent field with a certain attribute that favors us. Big. This is an extender, this is a starter, this is such a great card. In more interruptions, we have the Brand. This card basically allows us to discard a plunder monster to target a spell and trap your opponent controls and banish it. And all these effects, after you neg the opponent, you tend to plus yourself, because then you can add a plunder monster from your deck to your hand. And like I said, it's a quick effect. If it has a plunder monster equipped, most of them would have that effect. If they have a plunder monster equipped, they tend to have a secondary effect. This is your monster negation there during your bend phase. Quick effect, you can special summon one plunder monster from your hand or face up. This is an extender also. And also, if your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, discard one plunder card, negate the activation and destroy it, then equip it. Then if this card is equipped, you can add one plunder card from your deck to your hand. Like basically I said, once they're equipped, they tend to get a secondary effect or quick effect. But as you can see, guys, the only downfall to these cards is they need a plunder card to discard. But once you have a plunder card to discard, you tend to gain these resources. You generate resources, interrupt, search, return, and these cards, when you send to the graveyard or detach, they have secondary effect. So you tend to get like two free effects after you interrupt the opponent that pluses you, that allows you to regain these wasted resources. So I won't even call them wasted resources. It's just how flexy the deck is. Quite combo, quite controlling. Deck is great for $25 at $25. If you guys are making any online purchases, feel free to check this channel's sponsor, Trading Card Mint, where you guys can receive free shipping, 7% discount, and free sleeve for every single. Bro, I buy all my cards because I get free sleeves. Full deck, 40 sleeves. Free shipping. Oh my goodness. Next $25 budget deck we have on the list is Different Dimension Demons, or better known as DDD. DDD is a very versatile archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh, and that excels in utilizing multiple extra deck summoning mechanics. Yeah, the deck summons all mechanics except rituals. The core gameplay of the deck is combo oriented. The deck is basically a combo oriented deck, which strength lies in the ability to seamlessly transition between different summoning methods to everything. The DD can tailor different playstyles. One, you can focus on OTKing the opponent, very aggressive, or you can play a control setup type. Like, for instance, control variants of the deck, which be the field spell. The deck has that contract with patent license. If you have a DDD of a various type on the field, let's say synchro, the opponent summons a synchro monster, they can no longer they take damage first, and they can no longer summon no other synchro monsters. Let's use the current meta for an example. We know that the best deck in deck typically goes to link summoning first. If we have a link summon DDD on the field, the opponent can no longer link summon any other monsters. And DDD usually end board consists of a link, an XYZ, a synchro. synchro, and a fusion. So yeah, you're basically locking yourself from all this. And we haven't even touched all these cards tend to have some very devastating control effect. Like I said, the deck can control and OTK. The best cards in the deck, or the deck cards you want to see, the core cards, one being the slime. This card allows you to fusion summon from your hand. This is quite impressive. Also has a secondary effect. You can banish this card from the graveyard to special summon one DDD monster from your hand. Second core card will be the starter that searches a searcher, that searches a searcher, that searches a searcher / extender. Quite crazy. In Yu-Gi-Oh, whenever you have a card that can search a searcher, you know it's all good. You know it's all good. Kepler allows you to search the core cards into your deck. It's also a rank 10 pendulum, rank level 10, which is quite very important later on into some duels. Another card that is very important, this card was released not too long ago, and this card really changed the trajectory of this deck, where we had Griffin, which is an extender, also a searcher, also extender plus a searcher. Bro, what do you want? All it takes in this deck is 2 cards and you snowball like crazy. But the scariest cards in the deck, guys, lies in the extra deck. The extra deck, one of the newest cards this card receive is this guy. All it takes 2 DD monsters, and it literally sets you skills, 2 skills where you can do everything. The deck deals with everything. Monster negation. Okay, it doesn't really have a monster negation, but DDD, this Maximus boss monster itself, when a monster activates an effect on the field, it steals that monster. Yeah, let's come over here, bro. I just steal the monster. Doesn't negate it, unfortunately, but it steals it. That's all still fine. It's a 4300 big boss monster. We all know about this card, because everybody with access to level 6 summons this card, and you know if you attempt to special summon, this guy is gonna break your back. Yeah, the deck has a way to break your back from special summoning. Deck also has access to Siegfried. This is a magic trap negation. Bro, I told you, the deck does everything. Magic trap negation. There's more magic trap negation also within this guy, the big boss himself. So yeah, the deck has 2 ways of magic trap negation. Right? The deck has negation. Well, it's not a negation for an effect, but it does interrupt an effect. The deck does have a way to interrupt it from special summoning. The deck does so, and this all is in archetype, because there's a way you can extend combos with outside of the realm of DDDs itself. But you know, typically keeping it pure, $25, super budget. This is so much the deck can do. So much the deck can do. Quite crazy. The deck is flexible. The last deck on the list is Fire King Tri-Brigade. Yeah, Fire King Tri-Brigade is a powerful combination of 2 potent archetypes that complement. Oh my god, these cards complement each other so well. The Fire King provide the consistency and disruption and resource management, while the Tri-Brigades offer versatile plays and powerful boss monsters. The deck can adapt to any situations with various combos and plays. Fire King Tri-Brigade, quite crazy. The core cards in the deck, you definitely want to see. You want to see Ponix in your hand as soon as possible, because this basically gonna start the plays for your Fire King archetype. Also, it also can allow you to extend into plays based on your hand. Another card you want to see in your hand as soon as possible, Kit, because this is what that really ties the 2 archetypes together, because Kit is a fire type, and also it has an effect which will allow you to send to the graveyard your Novel, which is then allow you to add one of your Tri-Brigade cards to your hand, which allows you to extend your combos. Another core card in the deck is your Sanctuary, which allows you to go into your Fire King Island. These are the most important cards. You want to see these cards as soon as possible, because this is gonna allow you to steamroll and try your opponent and start your plays and everything. No, in the extra deck, of course, we have a non-targeting spot removal, also a search card, which will be your Shrag, and let's not forget also, I totally forgot, Revolt. Yeah, Revolt changes so much as the cards come back. You tend to, oh my goodness, at $25 this deck is insane, guys. $25 this deck insane. So basically the basic playstyle or strategy of the deck is leveraging the Fire King's effect monster to excel at searching and recovery. This also allows the consistency and resource management. The Tri-Brigade monsters offers link summons and effects, enabling flexible board controls and disruption. By combining the Fire King and Tri-Brigade card, The deck can easily, rapidly establish strong boards with multiple negation, disruption, and spot removals or removal options. That just shows how flexy and spicy the deck is. Can you imagine building 4 decks for only $100? Basically, you can countermeasure your locals by having multiple options. All these decks are very powerful for the price point.